take a moment of silence, whatever that means for you. And for me, I will bow and give a moment of silence and just give God thanks and praise for just giving me the breath of life. And these things I ask and pray for everyone, health, which is our wealth. In the name of my Savior, Jesus Christ, amen. Thank you. All right. Now, if you can share the agenda, please, Michelle. Again, my name is Ann McNeil, and this is our COMTO General Membership Meeting. And as the president of our chapter, we discussed having a joint meeting between Miami COMTO and Palm Beach COMTO and Fort Lauderdale COMTO chapters. The goal here is to drive membership to all 3 chapters of COMTO. So along that line, we sent out this notice for this meeting to all of the certified firms in Miami-Dade County, all of the certified firms in Fort Lauderdale, and all of the certified firms in West Palm Beach. Our goal is to drive membership and awareness to COMTO for Dade, for Broward, and for Palm Beach County. I want to start the meeting off by giving a special respect to our board of directors locally here. Our first vice president is Jamila Hicks, and she just delivered her baby yesterday, so we keep her in prayer. Our second vice president is Alan Spencer. Our third vice president is Karen Lawton. Recording secretary Amaya Anderson. Corresponding secretary Rangel Santiago. Treasurer Johanna Zephyrin. At large seat 1, Melody Moore. At large seat 2, Kelly Gordon. At large seat 3, Richard Gonzalez. And our at-large seat 4 is currently vacant. We've called the meeting to order. It is already now at about 5:57, and I've given a prayer of silent meditation. If you can scroll down, please, Michelle. We've already asked each of us to introduce ourselves, and so I will, for the record, for our members who are, this is our membership meeting. So if you can just, for the record, if you can just give your names, you don't have to say anything other than that. We've already got that part. But if you are a member of wrong company. If you're a member of COMTO, could you just please give us your name? We have a lot of people here that's on the Zoom, but we can go ahead and record that, please.
Karen Lawton.
Aniki Arnold.
Kelly Gordon.
Rangel Santiago.
Joanna Zephyrin.
Danny Ogu.
Sheldon Clark.
Hilroy Samo.
Okay, thank you so very much, everybody. All right, with that, I'd like to, I'm not sure if we have a treasurer's report to share. She might be driving. We'll come back. If you're available, you can come on camera, off mute. If you're not, we're gonna go to our presenters. Okay, I don't hear her. All right, so let me first, Annette Payne, we met briefly at the COMTO National Conference in New York. We'd seen each other before in and out, but just want to thank you for joining us. Michelle, we can stop the sharing of the agenda as we properly present and pin our guests. So, Annette, thank you so very much for joining us, and I love that beautiful smile that you have. And if you can pin her, please, Michelle, would be great. Thank you. And so, what we'd like to have you do, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, let's start with that, and your COMTO journey. And then if you can share with us about your COMTO chapter and any highlights or anything that you've done or you're doing or you're planning on doing. This is streaming live on YouTube. And what we'd like to do is encourage those listeners to consider connecting with you no matter where they are in the world, because as we know, you can be a member of COMTO from anywhere and be participate in any chapter. And many of our events are virtual, some are in person locally, but it's one COMTO. So if you want to go ahead and share, please, and then we'll go to Wade.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for the invite. As I said, my name is Annette Payne. I'm currently with Broward County. I'm at the port actually, accounting supervisor, but it's been a journey. I've been in transit for maybe over 11 years, I think. Yeah, and that's where I really got involved in terms of COMTO in general. I was invited to a meeting and I just, like they asked about, what the organization is all about, because I'm really myself a service person, anything to do with community service or stuff, that's me. And that is something that I see where COMTO shares that view also. So it was really an opportunity for me to get involved and to learn more about this great organization, what it does, not just for, we think it's just for transportation, but yes, the main thing, but it does a whole lot more. And that's my view. It does a whole lot more than just transportation. It's about connecting. As one of, I think I went to a presentation that says it's not just meeting the person, but it's how we connect. When we meet either at conferences or just even on this meeting, getting to know each other and what is it that we bring to the table in terms of to promote COMTO. So I got involved with COMTO as starting in as a treasurer of Fort Lauderdale. And then we had some transition between last year and this year. So hence I am now the presiding president. We've had our scholarship. With everything, we have transition and we have restructure. And that is some of the things that I've been looking into as to how do we restructure in terms of, so we can get members to come in. We can have events that members will, want to attend. Family events so that they can bring their families and everything. And I was really glad when Wade from Miami-Dade said, yeah, let's do something so that we could all, it's not just about one chapter, it's about how all the chapters can, in a sense, collectively grow from us meeting. And I really appreciate that. And I want to say thanks to Wade, and I want to thank you too, and for really putting this meeting. I know we talked about it at our last event and stuff, but here we are. We got to put stuff out into the universe, and here we are having the first meeting in the sense, and I'm looking forward to more. So going back, we've had our scholarship lunch, and we were able to give out $9,500 to young, either we had like 2 high schools leaving high school going into college, and we had about 5 college students who applied for the scholarship. So that was a good turnout. We had members of the community, we had members from transit, we had the support, of course, of some of our chapters that came out and supported us in the event. And it was a great tournament, great event, I should say, in terms of I mean, Reed was there, so maybe we might mention something like that, but it was so open that we were able to talk to members of the community and also talk to leaders of different organizations that were there that we could actually have a conversation with as to what we want to do or what we're looking for in terms of helping. And I can truly say that I have been getting 1 or 2 calls in terms of, to find out what are we doing and how they can help. So for me personally, COMTO has opened up a different side of the industry, the transit industry and the commercial industry and all. I'm at the port and I tell everybody that COMTO takes over every transit. Right now, I'm not moving passengers, but I'm moving cargo. I'm moving things from different international, from other countries in and moving them across the state line and everything. So it just gives you the vast impact that our organization has and how we can impact community. But for me, it's always about the community, because once you get the community involved, then they themselves will want to be a part of it. And then that's how we grow. And not just the community individuals, but the community in terms of small businesses. We get them involved and show them how they themselves can develop, have what we would say training conferences, talk about the industry and how we can help them to improve either on their business aspect of it. And that part, I really giving them ideas as to how they can grow. And also in the sense of your personal growth, because COMTO also has events where you have personal growth. It's talking about you, how you can develop improve upon your skills and how you can also develop skills in terms of adding new skills to what it is that you have. So that is something that I also welcome and embrace. Because for me, it's getting to know more about the transit industry itself. As to, I know it's not just buses because I've been in the industry for a long time, but it's talking about it to other individuals and even youngsters when we host the YATC, which is the Young Adult Training Automotive Training Center student earlier this year. It's an event that we do just to get them. And I think that maybe 2 years ago when we had it, they were saying, okay, how do they get into transit? Well, because they want to be involved. And one of the things that they did talk about was they were not able to, when they did apply for jobs, it's like they did not have the experience to qualify. So we took that back to management at the time and transit. And we said, okay, how can we get them to be a part of, like we can have apprenticeship or to come in. And I can gladly say that transit did open up where they put out like 2 or 3 positions and you had to be an apprentice. So, and to see that this year when we went back with new students from there were at least 2 students who were part of the maybe a year or 2 years ago. They were on board working, and they did come in and speak about the whole thing of their experience. So it just shows you that sometimes you need to be what you say now, boots on the ground, listening and hearing and taking it back to management to see how we can really get the community involved in the whole transit area of it. And that's for me. I enjoy the whole Marjorie, of, us meeting, talking about things, how we can develop, how we can, improve. And I really look forward to see where, this will take us. Do we have any questions?
Oh my goodness. I will start first, Ms. Payne. I don't know if anybody has their camera on and could see my face. I was smiling, smiling, smiling as you were speaking because you reminded me as you were speaking that I came out of transit in the 70s. And I never thought about connecting the dots from my transit career to what I'm doing now in my profession as the first Black female contractor in our state, working on transit projects. And I never really thought about that part. I
Yeah,
always said, okay, I came out of transit, but just listening to you and just imagining the benefit and power of what we can do to help increase the pipeline into this industry through COMTO youth programs and
yeah,
training. And oftentimes there's nothing to do with degrees. I'm hearing some noise that's making me a little uncomfortable. And I like to protect the space. And so, Michelle, we need to, I'm not, we're not moving, we're not letting, if you hear, that's why I said make other people co-host. And Aniki needs to be a co-host. Anybody we don't know, please remove them. We don't have privileges. Take the privileges away. We don't need anybody sharing screen, writing on the screen. And I'm letting everybody know right now, if we see anything funny, we will shut this Zoom down and the YouTube. And so I just want to publicly say that so that if there's anybody that have any ideas, you can take it somewhere else. All right, because I got my finger on the YouTube to end it. I'm not laughing. I don't play
yes,
that.
yes.
We are about business, and that's why I'm saying, if we know you, Michelle, I mean Wade, make everybody a that Miss Payne, make her a co-host, make Wade a co-host. Aniki needs to be a co-host, and the point is this, and this is a lesson, this is a Zoom lesson. If you see anything, all you have to do is go to participants. This is a training, and you click that camera where it says more, okay? And when you click more on that person's camera, okay, you can stop their video. And as a co-host, you can also remove them. So I just want to publicly say that so that if anybody's thinking about it, you can take that somewhere else. All right. Now, so thank you so very much, Ms. Payne. And again, like you shared, I think we can do so much more together. And I know we've had a few more people come on, and if they don't have their name on their Zoom, Michelle, please don't let them on. Don't even let them in. And if you're here and you did not name yourself, please consider naming yourself. Now that we've had a few more to come on, I just want to reintroduce who we are, what we do. My name again is Ann McNeil. I'm president of the Palm Beach County COMTO, and I'm coming live along with our friends and members. I'm actually physically in Washington, D.C. at the 54th Congressional Black Caucus, where COMTO is alive and well and doing extremely well. But who we are, we ensure transportation serves all. That's who we are. What we believe that all lived experience moves the world. All. We believe that the leadership of a massive industry that has the responsibility of transporting all people all the time should reflect the communities they serve. And that's who we are. That's what we believe. We believe that commitment to uplifting all people moves us forward every day. COMTO is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and the EIN number is 52133-719, just in case you're wondering. We are a membership organization, and today our goal is to drive membership to Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County chapters. And we will put the information in the chat, and we'll continue to put that in the chat on how you can become a member. Because today, COMTO has more than 3,000 members in 41 chapters across the United States and Canada. And we represent more than 3 million people in the United States and Canada who work in all modes of transportation, like we just heard, from highway and roads to mass transit systems, from subways to rail systems, and from port authorities to airports. COMTO members represent every facet of the transportation industry. This includes trucking, taxi, and limousine services. So I just wanted to share that as we talk about who we are and also what we do. So now with that, I would like to introduce our next presenter, Shara Friend, our president. And actually, he's my president too, because I'm in two chapters. Okay. And so my other president of COMTO, Mr. Wade Jones. Good evening, Wade. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Hey, the pleasure is mine. And I'm very excited about this. We'll give you some background on me. After finishing up my tour in the military, uh, ended as a sergeant. And after I got out of the military, in 1998, I joined Miami-Dade Transportation. And immediately upon joining, I actually became a member of COMTO, which brought me into the opportunity because not long after that, a couple of years after that, we held the COMTO National Conference. And the first committee I ever served on was the fundraising committee. And we broke some records raising money, and I became very excited. In transit, I've had the fortune of being able to network and learn from other leaders around me, and have been increase and continue to increase in promotions. I actually started as a part-time bus operator and was promoted to a number of positions. One would be bus traffic controller, lead bus traffic controller, superintendent of bus traffic control, superintendent at the division level. I later worked for the county commission. I did some work with the construction with a management construction firm working in transportation from San Francisco to South Florida. I didn't want to permanently stay in San Francisco, so I came back down to Miami. Had an opportunity to work on doing lobbying work and campaign work at the local, state, and federal level. Wanted to continue to stay here, and about 2 years ago, I took the job as chief of bus operations. And along that journey, I've had an awesome time working in COMTO. For example, one of the things that I would like to share as we'll all continue to try to grow membership so that we can develop leaders to lead at every level in transportation. I'm president of the Miami-Dade chapter, and our corporate partners consist of Airport, Seaport, Miami-Dade Transportation and Public Works, and Greater Expressway Authority. One of the things that we've been able to do to be successful is create events based on organizational interests, professional and political leadership availability, and membership needs. For example, we've had the luxury of getting this small businesses to thrive. We created the business development committee, in which Ann has had the opportunity to chair, And we at that time we were able to put an executive there that could actually help give information to these businesses in real time so that they can take advantage of opportunities to be mentored by prime businesses and know when the contracts were going to be coming out and have ability to network among the transit leaders and get access in ways that they probably wouldn't normally get access. We recently also had a housing seminar and financial literacy um, workshop. We partnered with Miami-Dade Credit Union and with the Miami-Dade Advocacy Trust, where we bought our members out and we covered retirement, investment, the housing crisis, what programs were available. We partnered with NAACP, which allowed us to run into other programs that allowed members to have access to housing and programs that give vouchers and different things to members that were probably having childcare problems. We noticed at one time there was an uptick in women becoming executives around the country, and we wanted to expose the women in transportation um, to this to give them an understanding that they can have whatever opportunity um, that they can dream of too, and get a chance to see the women that they that are holding down these positions in real time to and this will give them a chance to be inspired. So we copied the Women Who Moved the Nation and brought Women Who Moved Miami-Dade to Miami-Dade. We partnered with the location and we selected, the mayor of Miami-Dade County, educational board members, top attorneys, department directors, and private sector executives that were women just doing great things here in Miami-Dade. And our members had an opportunity to hear their story and how they did it and connect with these women. And believe it or not, after that, I noticed an uptick in our membership, and I noticed that a number of our members that I've run into um, began to enroll in college and apply for positions that they'd never thought about applying. And we promoted a lot of people here in Miami-Dade Transit that were members of COMTO. And when I mentioned earlier about creating events based on organizational interests, professional and political leadership, availability, and membership's needs, we were able to partner and hold an event based on the theme of unions. And I met with with a number of presidents from GSA, TW, ASME, United Teachers of Dade, ILA, and they all agreed to sponsor an event and come together to to celebrate unions and promote unions and unity in transportation. And out of that, we end up getting more members, and we found a way to get more resources. Another thing that was very important to do as the president here, what we've been able to do is partner everywhere we can where 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 there's mutual interest in transportation. And we've been able to get a lot of assistance by year-round fundraising based on mutual interest. Some of our upcoming events I'm very excited about, and I look forward to some of you joining us in these endeavors. We have a golf tournament coming up. It's going to be held at the Miami Shores. Um, it's going to be held at the Miami Shores, and we're looking to bring transportation executives from around the country. So it's going to be November 21st, which is on a Friday. Tea time, well, registration's at 7, tea time is at 8. If you come, you'll be in great company. We also have Air, Land, and Sea um, scheduled for November 5th, where we bring um, transportation bus businesses that that deal with that do business in transportation, and the executives that play a role in giving out these contracts and moving transportation here in Miami-Dade County. And we bring folks from the federal level to let you know the new laws and a great networking situation. So if you're in town or you want to be a part of that experience, that's going to be on November 5th, and we're being hosted by Seaport. Well, I like to say this. COMTO has an amazing opportunity to network with leaders that you would normally come across all in one place. And it's an exceptional opportunity to to for some of the younger professionals that are coming up the ranks to gain mentors that it would be probably harder for them to get on their calendar without knowing them. And one of the things that I would like to say as I close is, you know, everyone should be looking for good mentorship. However, you have to earn good mentorship because mentors are really busy. And one of the best ways to earn your way into a great mentor is to find a way to bring value, find a way to help and assist that mentor with something. For example, if that mentor is leading a committee, get on the committee and help the mentor um, and help the mentor to do the things that it takes to make that committee work. Find a way to bring value. And while you're doing that, you're putting yourself in a position to be used in a position to be used by exceptional people. And it is very hard for someone to use you that's exceptional and not teach you anything. Some people say, "Hey, I don't want to be used." I like to say that which can't be used is useless. So find a way to put yourself in a position to be used by exceptional people and join one of these chapters, create some value. And I'll tell you one other thing before I close. You know, I've been involved in some form of community service most of my adult life. And I probably get this from my mom. Always had a spirit of trying to help. And I would think that I'm helping an organization or I'm helping some people. And as I look back, everything I almost did to do some helping has turned around and helped me significantly in some kind of way. I wasn't looking for help, but down the line, I guess it's hard to give on good soil to to something of greatness and not get a return. So trust me, put yourself in a position to be used by some of these exceptional leaders and come out here and do some good. And I can assure you, you'll get a return. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Wade, thank you so very much. That was phenomenal. I am so appreciative. You know, you think you know people until you hear their story. And so listening to both of your stories has just been phenomenal. I would like to take a moment. We did have a couple of people to join if they wanted to introduce themselves. Lena and LDC and Ms. Abrego, would you like to introduce yourself? You can just put it in the chat if you like. I'm going to ask everybody if you are interested in learning more about COMTO, Dade, Miami-Dade, COMTO chapter, Broward, Fort Lauderdale, COMTO chapter, even Palm Beach County, COMTO chapter. If you can put the word membership in the chat, just put the word membership in the chat. And if you would be so kind to just, let us know. We are planning on having more events, and because we have your information, we will share that with you in the event you're interested in becoming a member, or you might just say, you know what, I'm not interested in becoming a member, but if you're having events, I'm interested in participating in those events. All right, and so we just want to also let you know that we have, I think it's 5 chapters in the state of Florida, Wade, if I'm not mistaken. We have Jacksonville as a chapter there, Orlando as a chapter there, and the 3 of us. That's 5 chapters just in our state of Florida.
Right.
And so if you're interested in more information, like I said, we would gladly share with you how we can add value to your profession and or your business. And with that being said, I'd like to open up for any questions, and then we will plan to wrap up and give you the balance of your day back. Any questions, anybody? Marina, thank you. CFO at LDC Companies, Marina, LDC, thank you. And iPhone, has everyone, sorry for being late, was late in traffic. This is Lena. Okay, great, 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 great. Thank you. Now I know who that number belongs to. All right, everybody, any questions if you want to put in the chat? We want to thank both of our presenters, phenomenal information, and we will set a date and time for us to connect so that we can plan a regional event for everyone. So if there are no more questions and no more comments, in that other place, as they say, if all minds and hearts are clear, we're going to thank everybody for coming. Oh, Lena, EEO officer at PalmTran. Thank you, EEO officer at PalmTran. Okay, any last words, either one of you, Ms. Payne or Wade, before we wrap up? Definitely want to thank you, and we'll be talking offline.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to ask is, Morena Miles, where's her company located? LDC Companies.
Can you put in the chat, Ms. Miles, if you're able to, or can you come off mute?
She said in Pompano.
She's in Pompano, okay.
Okay.
Oh, great, Pompano. Okay, Denny is interested in membership, IPG network, and what city?
If I remember correct, Denny's out of Miami, so I'm going to
Okay,
reach
so
out
you
to
want to
him.
follow up with Denny. Can you put your contact information in the chat? And wait, we'll make sure both of you, we will send you the registration. So I know Ms. Abrego is on here with us. And so whatever registration we have from Eventbrite, we'll send that to you also.
All right, excellent.
Okay.
Most definitely. All right, Denny, if you can put your contact information, but prayerfully, everybody who's on the Zoom did register before you could come on the Zoom. So,
Yeah, I actually see
Put my
Denny's.
phone number there.
I got it.
okay, perfect. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, and that's why we're here. And hopefully this was helpful because it allowed us through YouTube. Wade will make sure both of you, Ms. Payne, get the YouTube link. and you can share it. And what we will do is we'll continue to share it so we can drive traffic. And also, we will put the contact information, Ms. Abrego, in the show notes on Zoom, excuse me, on YouTube. So everybody that watched the YouTube will be able to contact Ms. Payne and or Wade if they're interested in membership, or contact our membership chair here for Palm Beach County. I just really want to continue to add value virtually. You know, many years ago, the only way to meet was in person. And now, you know, we have so many platforms we can use, and along with social media, we could do so much more together, if you will, versus trying to do them individually, because it's one COMTO. And whatever we can do to help support, you know, COMTO National, the statewide, or our individual or collective chapters, we will really want to do that. All right, any other questions or comments before we prepare to wrap up? This has been great. I learned a lot. All right, nobody? Okay. If we can get a motion to dismiss, we're gonna pray everybody have a wonderful day, what's left of it. And we're going to get ready to go to, Wade, you remember those parties, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Ranjil, thank you for your help. Karen, everybody, thank you so very much. And Michelle, you know, you're number one on my list for thank you for covering me today, because I had some technical difficulties. But you know, it's just food for growth. That's all it all is.
And
All
thanks for the invite.
Oh, my
And thank you
pleasure.
for the invite.
My pleasure. Anytime. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank
Have
you.
a great
Okay,
day.
Wade,